I love
Oh,
this next item. It's just
I do too. I
big
didn't
and
know you were gonna
gorgeous.
catch me
That's all
removing
right.
it from
You
its
have one and I have the
position.
other because they're so big and
Exactly.
beautiful. Yeah. So
They
this one
really
is
are.
they're really big, right? Totally. This is H228130. It's the Mr. Halloween oversized lit ceramic pumpkin village. So we have two choices. Leslie has the ghoul school, and I have the fall farm stand, and they're both amazing, big and oversized and beautiful and substantial. Leslie, I love these. I cannot wait to hear all about how you designed them.
Okay, so we had this vision of it was actually inspired by pumpkin carving with the kids, and we had this vision. I never know which way to push the product. You know that
There you
I'm a little.
go.
There we go. Okay, so we had this vision of this as the carved pumpkin, like you've never seen it before. So we did the windows, we did the door, we did all of this detailing, the texturing. These are all hand carved. And then look at, we've got this adorable sign that says, "Ghosts and goblins, welcome here. It's the frightful time of year." Thank you. So that is the Ghoul School. So much fun. Um, Inside, we have fewer than 200 of these, I should add. And you can see that beautiful glow from inside. And this one has that same shimmer paper. So the light is sort of diffused within, just like a real jack-o'-lantern. And we even put that little bell in the stem at the top. It says Ghoul School. You've got a ghost, you've got a pumpkin in front. And I just think, this is a piece that we designed to be a focal point. So it'll go with all of the other little things. I think it would be adorable with the little trucks that we were just talking about. If you were to kind of line them up at school, almost like it's drop off. Oh my gosh,
Yes,
Andrea,
like car
how
line.
cute
Oh
would
my
that
gosh.
be? Yes, like the
Yes.
carpool line. You could
Car
have
line and
all of
Ghoul
your,
School.
yes, exactly. I might have to do that on my mantle while we're looking at this video. And this was in my house, and just so much fun to be able to put this out because it's battery operated. You can put this out as a centerpiece. You can put this out and make it a focal point, and you've got that flexibility because it's battery operated. And we love brightness of plug-in and all of the trees. Oh, hey, you're there.
Hey, you're back.
Um, I'm not different.
I love it.
But I'm just lining up the car heading to drop off. And again, remember, you get 3 of the pickup trucks, but heading to drop off at the Ghoul School. I just think it would be so fun to do that at home. Really, any way you decide you want to decorate with the this piece, it is a focal point. The other choice is really more harvest friendly. That's the one you have, Andrea.
Definitely. Yes, so that's the one that I have. This is our fall farm stand, and there's so much detail, but I really have to point out because if I don't say it, you won't know. Not only does it have that adorable awning, which looks like it is actually cut from maybe a watermelon or a different colored pumpkin and just kind of stuck on there with the little lights next to it, but I have to mention, look at the banner at the top. Those little pennants are actual real pieces of fabric, striped and polka dotted, and they are affixed to the top so they create like the little banner that waves in the wind when you drive by the farm stand, and they have all that great produce. So that's what this reminds me of. It still has those great cutout windows and that beautiful door. And then in the front, you've got that collection of colored pumpkins to the one side of the stairs. And I love the baskets. I don't know if they're bushels of pumpkins or what you would call it on the other side, but it's like they freshly picked them and collected them right there next to the farm stand. This one is great all season long. So, right through the whole harvest season, because it's just that classic pumpkin design, but oversized. And believe it or not, these are battery operated. Despite the size of them, they are run on batteries, just 3 AA batteries. There is a 6-hour timer option. So, again, if you are using this as the statement centerpiece on your table, maybe in the dining room. That's a room we don't go into every day at my house, but to have a piece like this that'll just come on with that timer every evening and just remind me of the harvest season, the fall season would be such a great piece. There on the Ghoul School, as much as I love the door that's partly open and ajar, I think one of my favorite features is the little bell at the top that hangs almost like in the school bell tower, but it's Ghoul School. And it's so sweet and would be so cute, like you said, with the little cars in the car line, the truck that we had earlier in the show, dropping off all your little ghosts and ghouls to their Ghoul School with the little ghost that's standing at the door. Maybe that's the teacher ghost there to welcome all the little students that are coming. Both of the choices are amazing. This one stands about 10 inches tall by 10 inches in diameter. Ghoul School is a tiny bit taller because it has that little bell tower. It's about 11 inches tall, also by about 10 inches. And they're all hand painted ceramic. So they are weighty and substantial. They are going to be such a statement and something that you will not find anywhere else because we made them for QVC. So this is a really, really special piece, Leslie. I love all the details, even the chimney here on this fall farm stand. Like the chimney is actually also cut and the light is coming through it. You can't really see it, but I can see it because I'm standing above it. It's so cute. There's just so
Isn't that
much great
fun?
detail in these. So much fun.
Right. Even that, we talked about that pennant that's hanging on the fall farm stand is fabric. And then we even put little lights into
Yes.
that fabric pennant. So it's got light and fabric. There are so many details. And the same way that we fall in love with details when we see our Christmas products, that's what we wanted to do for Halloween. And that was sort of the inspiration behind so many of the Mr. Halloween pieces, which to create pieces that are collectible, that come out year after year, and that you and your family will love to really share from generation to generation. So, Andrea, I think it's so fitting that you and I, at the beginning of the show, you mentioned that you have a tendency to pick out the biggest pumpkin that's almost too much for you to carry back to the car when you go pumpkin picking. And this was a piece where we really said, I want it to be as big as we can make it. So
Big.
there are
Totally.
two choices here. The first choice is the farm fresh. This is truly harvest driven, and it's so perfect for decorating all fall. Illuminated, beautifully hand painted ceramic, and 11 inches. So it's a really big piece. And the other choice is the Ghoul School. I know that one is more limited. There's only about 150 left. It's got that bell up in the stem. All of that detail is hand sculpted and hand painted. And our last item in the show, which will really go well with, I think, almost anything that we've talked about. I can't get enough of the Ghoul School, so we'll look at that for one more second, is